Hey guys, welcome to Vacation Vibes. The notion of a person visiting the moon was originally thought to be pure science fiction, but the 20th century space race proved everyone wrong. The United States and the Soviet Union advanced their space programs at a breakneck pace, accumulating the first manned lunar mission in 1969. Trips to the moon have since become so expensive that NASA no longer considers them useful. In truth, no humans have visited the moon since Apollo 17 mission in 1972. The truth is that moon expeditions are prohibitively expensive, and humans are inherently more efficient at study than their robotic counterparts. Since then, various rovers in lunar orbits have been used to collect data, but none have needed a human presence. But what might the moon look like as a vacation destination? Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Today we're looking into how much it would cost to get to the moon. As previously said, the early lunar missions pushed science to its limits. Unsurprisingly, this was not cheap. Despite the fact that the United States is rich enough to do so, they don't see a practical gain. But in recent years, two reasons have made access to the moon much more feasible. The first aspect is technological advancements that have made space travel more inexpensive than any other point in history. NASA recently conducted a news conference in which they announced that establishing a permanent human population of the moon will cost only $20 to $30 billion. This is a small fraction of what the space race cost in the 1960s. The second factor is the arrival of commercial enterprises in space. NACI plans to collaborate with firms such as SpaceX to construct a space station and ferry humans to the moon. What happened in the past? Space exploration was solely a sovereign prerogative. However, when public enthusiasm dwindled, Marsa Lee lost a significant portion of its funding. Since then, private businesses have continued up where the US left off, improving technology to make space travel practical and viable. Elon Musk's aerospace juggernaut SpaceX, for example, has revolutionized the practice of reusable rockets. Just this year, SpaceX recovered all three of its Falcon Heavy rockets in a single trip, implying that a sizable amount of the investment can be returned for the next launch in the next year, when they plan to recover the nose of a rocket as well. All of this means that the cost of flying to the moon is falling. As a result, the era of space tourism has arrived. NASA has opened up the International Space Station to tourists, and firms are already bidding on flights to carry so-called private astronauts up to the laboratory in the sky for a $52 million per visit. Once Elon Musk's SpaceX firm begins flying to the ASX, you can purchase a seat, allowing visitors on the ISS in a significant change for NASA, as the agency previously prohibited private astronauts from flying to the station. Previously, private astronauts had to fly to the station on Russian rockets and capsules. According to agency officials, NASA will be paid $35,000 for each night a visitor spends on the ISS. Pricing information on NASA's website reveals that the majority of the costs go for items like life support, food, air energy, and data. Moon Express, another firm, envisions low-cost trips to the moon within the next decade. In 2017, they became the first private business to land a rover on the moon, earning a $25 million prize from Alphabet, Google's parent company. They have set a high goal for putting humans on Mars by 2024. But unlike Nasser, they have no intention of establishing a permanent colony on Earth's largest satellite. Their goal is to land humans on the moon for $10,000. A person only doubles the cost of some of the world's most expensive flights. These objectives may appear to be pipe dreams, yet there's historical precedence dating back to 2001. Dennis Tito became the first cosmic tourist when he paid $20 million to visit the International Space Station, despite only spending 8 days in orbit. It demonstrates that there's a desire for space travel as well as irrefutable viability. And America will not be the sole competitor in the next chapter of the space race. India recently made waves when it launched its first lunar rover, Chandrayaan-2. This was especially astounding given that the entire operation only cost $74 million. Scientists point out that this cost considerably less than a $100 million budget in 2013 Hollywood film Gravity. This is India's first true attempt to position itself as a cosmic superpower, and it proves that space 2.0 will be far more problematic than the 1960s conflict between the USSR and the US. But don't dismiss the United States either. NASA and the White House have requested Congress for an additional $1.6 billion in next year's budget to speed human trips to the moon and bring people to lunar surface by 2024. The space agency demanding these sums in addition to the $21 billion budget that the president has already asked for NASA. The extra funding is intended to assist NASA in meeting Pinzen's challenge for returning astronauts to the moon within the next 5 years. During a speech to the National Space Council in March, Pence stated that NASA's initial goal of sending humans to the moon by 2028 was simply not good enough, and the space agency will accomplish this new target by any means necessary. Russia's ambitions are glaringly absent, although rumors swirl that they both and China will be important contenders in the next stage of space travel and competition. They're keeping their objectives a secret until they are ready to launch. The final line is that the globe has reviewed its enthusiasm in interplanetary exploration. The moon will thereafter become a permanent home for a group of daring astronauts, and many people regard it as a trial run for a permanent settlement on Mars. People are attracted to space, they'll find a means to make exploration affordable and accessible, and flights to the moon might become as normal as flights across the Atlantic within the next few decades. In the meantime, you can already reserve your spot on a lunar mission with a multi-million-dollar deposit, at least for the time being. That's the exact cost of a trip to the moon. So guys, this was it for the video. What did you think about it? Let us know in the comment section below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.